January 24th, 2023, and as of now, this bus is for sale. So I'm gonna take you on a tour of the bus today, finally. Alright, we'll start with the outside. So this is a 1995 Bluebird All-American. It's the TC 2000 FE, which means it has a Cummins 5.9 liter 6-cylinder inline engine and the Allison AT545 transmission. It's in running condition, no issues that we know of. It was a 77 passenger and it has 129,000 miles on it right now. So first thing on the outside, we've got one of the gray water tanks. It's kind of hard to see here. We have two of these. They're 100 gallons each, and they have the standard RV valve, release valve hooked up to that. So you can hook up to the sewer at an RV park, and we've got some metal actually under the, can't really see, there's some sheet metal under the plastic to protect it from getting damaged. That's just the fuel tank. This outside box here, we've just got pieces of wood for parking, and two of the scissor jacks for stabilizing the bus are in here. The other two are mounted or bolted under the back. So there's two bolted back here. These two go up front if you're trying to stabilize the bus, and then the chains are in here as well. Over here, and this one, we've got a hose bib. So I just like to keep my garden hose and the accessories stored in here. Over here, we've got a plug. This is actually to heat the engine of the bus. There's a plug in the front as well. So when it's really cold, like today, you're going to have to actually plug the bus in to get the engine to start, more than likely. So you can either plug it in from the back or the front, which is, I guess, kind of nice if you're trying to park this in a garage and you have not a lot of cord. This is just an outside outlet with a light switch, which controls this light up here. It does have two, but we don't have a bulb in the other one. On the back, that is the exhaust for the hot water heater, the propane exhaust. This is a rack that is going to have our AC unit mounted to it, hopefully in the next couple days. We had it down here just sitting on the ground when we were living in it, but we're moving it up here so that it can be more mobile. Underneath the back of the bus here, we also have two propane tanks mounted, and you can see one of the scissor jacks here. This cord is used to plug into shore power if you need extra juice. We do have 3 panels back here. They are 330 watts each. There are 2 in the front. You can't see them. Also 330 watts each. This back area is the garage. So pretty standard stuff. We're gonna clean up these wires a little bit after we finish moving the air conditioning unit. But we've got solar wires coming in, solar charge controller, Morningstar, TS60. We got 6 batteries back here. Then to the inverter, 24 volt Ames. I gotta double check the amperage. All of the information for this bus will be on a spec sheet. If you want the link to that, just send me an email. Just a normal 30 amp electric panel. We did go with AC, obviously. That's why we have the inverter. So it's a little different from some RVs. This is our tankless on-demand propane hot water heater. Over here, they're not hooked up right now because everything is winterized. You can see there's pink fluid in our water lines right now. But we've got 2 water filters. We've got this heat hose for hooking up to water in the winter so your pipe doesn't freeze. And there's a little work light back here. Come in over on this side. Oh, this is not unlocked right now, but if you open this door, when we get inside, I'll show you. The wood stove is directly on the other side of this door, so you can load wood underneath the wood stove using this door, so you don't have to drag the wood in from the front. I just thought it kept the house cleaner. Underneath here, we have the other gray water tank, again with a sheet metal to protect it, and a standard RV release valve. Inside this container on the side is just the battery for the bus. This is the electric panel for the bus itself. And that's everything on the outside. So heading inside here, we did go ahead and put an interior wall with a door to help insulate the living area. There's the driver's area. Above this, we actually, when we're not driving the bus, there's actually a pole that can go here. It's on the ground right now. So you can hang your coats here with hangers. Up here we put our shoes, and over here we had hats and gloves, and then some jackets that we wanted to be able to access quickly, and dog leashes. So this was kind of our mud room. Yeah, we have a little kitty or doggy door, whatever you prefer. Heading inside, we do have the bathroom in the front. Kind of bathroom and laundry room, so full-size shower with skylight. This is a custom glass door. Glass sink. This is the Nature's Head toilet. They're really great. If anything ever breaks, they just replace parts for free. It's kind of awesome, but I'm sure they'll continue doing that. They haven't asked for any proof of purchase. This is a closet. And then we've got full-size washing machine and a dehumidifier. So I do hang dry clothes in here, or I did. So these are all for hanging clothes, and then there is a clothesline with various hooks around the room, so you could, oh my god, one hand might be, okay, we get the idea. Turn the whole room into a drying area, and the dehumidifier does actually work pretty well. Have an exhaust fan, definitely important for RV life. And kitchen. So we've got the pantry. I've got this big farmhouse sink here, little shelf area, 2 cabinets underneath. I put this tile on here, which matches the tile on the wood stove area over there. Full size apartment refrigerator. Oh yeah, a giant stove, 5 burners with a hood exhaust and wine glass rack. All of the cabinets are drawers, and some of them have extra drawers hidden inside. I really liked the design of these. They're all from IKEA. The countertop is pine with epoxy. My dad made it. A shelf, glass jars, paper towel holder, so we actually got this wood stove used. It's an antique. It's a Vermont Castings. I'm not sure the exact model because it's pretty old. We got it out of a house for, I think we only paid like $200, but it was all messed up. The bricks inside were all broken and needed replaced. I'm not sure what this stuff is called, but there's like that rope material that kind of like insulates the door. That was all like falling apart. So we replaced all the bricks on the inside and redid all the rope and fixed it up real nice. And then Aaron did this. I built this wall, which was my huge project. So it actually has an air gap in here with a gap down here as well that runs through the entire wall. There's only metal supporting the two, or a metal stud supporting the two together, and the inside of it is lined with cement board, and the outside of this is lined with cement board, and then the stone on the face. So basically the point of this is to use convection currents when the wood stove is getting hot and it's heating up this wall. The air inside of the wall is going to get hot. Hot air will rise, so it will create basically a low pressure area down here, which will suck cool air from under here where this gap is. So you're constantly getting the cool air flowing in and the hot air rising up, which should reduce heat transfer to the second wall in here, which as a precaution is also lined with cement board just in case there is a little bit of heat transfer. But anyways, basically it's just to reduce the risk of this catching on fire. And technically, when you put a wood stove this size into an area, you're not supposed to have it this close to a wall. So in order to have it this close to a wall safely, you needed to construct a wall with an air gap. So anyways, that was my baby. This is what I was showing you from the outside. You can load the wood from the outside of the bus into here. So then inside you're just pulling it out and putting it here, so you don't have to track wood in and out through here. So this is the door. You can see. Just keep that closed because it's kind of ugly. On the wall next to the wood stove, I actually had a small propane heater here, but I ended up not liking it because I thought it was unsafe, and I took it out of the bus when we were still living in here. But there's still this valve here, so if you wanted to install a propane heater, the hookup is right there. And I lined this coffee table edge with stone as well to reduce the risk of fire, since there was a heater here. Obviously you wouldn't leave the curtain there either. Anyway, okay. So this is a coffee table I made from an old kitchen table that I just cut to fit over. This is actually the wheel well of the bus, and there's a wheel in there too, but anyways, it has a whole bunch of plugs and outlets in there, so I actually use this as a desk and a coffee table, and then we could plug our TV and Apple TV and all that inside of this. So it's kind of like entertainment stand, desk, coffee table, everything all in one. TV is on a swivel. It's dirty, my bad. So it can go to the bed, it can go to the couch, or it can go towards the kitchen. The couch I did make, and it does have storage underneath inside. You can actually see the wheel well. JK, it's too dark. Anyways. So this is where a king-size mattress can fit, but we took our mattress out because we slept on it for 3 years straight, and it's kind of gross to sell to people, so that's gone. But we do have this mini split up here, which is going to connect to that air conditioning unit I mentioned, which will be mounted on the back. It is also a heat pump, so you can technically heat this bus using electricity, propane, or wood. And then this is the only way to cool the bus. But it actually is pretty effective, and on a sunny day, usually the solar can keep up with it if you're parked right. Up here, this is the digital display panel for the inverter. This is a digital display panel for the solar charge controller. We do have the battery temperature sensor set up, so if they get hot, it would show here. And this, which probably could use a new piece of tape, is a push start for a generator. So we did buy an inverter that can use solar power, shore power, or a generator. And if you have a generator that allows a push start on the actual generator, you can buy this attachment so that you don't have to actually go outside. So we could be in bed, and if the power went out in the middle of the night, we could just press this button and it would start our generator without us having to get out of bed. The bed does lift up, so underneath, oh, I took some of my stickers. Sorry, guys. Anyways, underneath, we've got a full-size dresser. Aaron didn't want a dresser, so he built a little cubby thing for his clothes, but basically another full-size dresser, same size. Underneath, this is actually a gun rack, although I wouldn't recommend storing guns in here long term because of condensation, but anyways, there's a shelf back here and just some storage space in the back. You can actually see our plumbing lines back here. So all of the plumbing is run on the inside of the bus, not in the walls. That way they're less likely to freeze. And again, you can see they're filled with like the winterizing fluid right now. This roof hatch does work. I did not mention, these are just for hanging clothes to dry over the wood stove, except be careful not to catch your house on fire doing that. And we did end up taking the chimney out of the bus, which is why there's a hole in the roof right now and saran wrap over the hole in the wood stove. You cannot get vehicle insurance with a chimney pipe sticking out of your vehicle. So we ended up having to remove the chimney. But we have a firebox with single walled pipe going to double walled, going to triple walled, going through the firebox, and then 2 sections of triple walled piping. And I think we have a cap. It might be broken. Either way, that's just one small part. Everything else we still have and will be sold with the bus. So you could easily just put it back in after you get insurance. I didn't say that. Don't do that. Another thing that will be sold with the bus are all the extra windows that we took out. We did have somebody smash one of our windows one time, so having the extra windows came in handy. It was this one. We've already replaced it. Looks perfectly fine. I tried to keep it quick and dirty here today. So like I said, if you want more information about specifics on this bus, if you're interested in purchasing this bus, I do have a 4-page document you can look over with every model number and everything for every appliance and every little thing that we've purchased for this bus. I also have the maintenance records from 1995 all the way until now, because the school system we bought this bus from kept really good records. So I just wanted to throw this video together so people could take a look inside. We lived full-time in this bus for 3 years, and I'm going to be very, very sad to sell it. I love this bus with like my entire heart. So I hope that whoever buys it will feel the same. And I really hope that the love shines through and all the work that we did.